Seymour would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed.
Yes.
So we can keep him lousy in treats.
Do it for Seymour.
Not for us. We don't matter. Seymour's the only thing that matters in the whole world.
I mean, we'd just spend the money on people treats anyway, so.
Yeah, we don't need any more of those.
Ready?
Sure. Matt, you disappeared.
Organ music plays. Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, spooky season is upon us.
Yes, we've reviewed some really terrifying, scary movies.
Teen Witch.
Yes.
The infamous Teen Witch.
Stop that! But give! Stop that! I don't really give a about trying to stop that.
1989's darling of a film.
Yes.
And also The Worst Witch.
1986.
Yes.
BBC TV special.
Anything can happen on Halloween.
I don't think it
Is
was
it
actually.
BBC?
It's not.
Okay.
It's a different British channel.
Well, it was on the England TV.
In the yes, I think more the theme, aside from witches, might just be horrible music numbers.
That's true.
Yes.
Especially where bad things learn.
I'm hot, and you're not. But if you want to hang with me, I'll give it one shot.
Control. Anything can happen on Halloween.
Both of which were supposed to be musicals,
Yeah.
and both of which kind of failed at being musicals, which made them really endearing.
From the I Like Boys number, which comes out of nowhere. Anything can happen on Halloween,
Right.
of course.
So we chose really stupid fun movies to do,
Yeah.
and then we dressed like idiots
Yep.
for your amusement.
I found the best wig ever made.
Yeah. And I look like a man. It's great. It's Halloween. This is what it's all about.
You look like a witchy drag queen.
Mm-hmm. That was what I wanted.
That's the idea.
We have this horrible pot of witch's brew
Yes.
and a real live fire
Mm-hmm.
and all these magical floating candles.
Yeah. We didn't know where to find dry ice. It's apparently not in grocery stores. I think you have to go to like a gas supply company.
I thought you were going to say gas station.
A gas station.
Gas stations are just lousy with dry ice.
Like a propane tank place. So do you want to get into Teen Witch? A budget of $2.5 million.
Yes. So this movie, like, it went through some shit to get made, first of all.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a Teen Wolf movie,
Right.
only with girls.
It was like a direct response to
Yes.
Teen Wolf.
And then the original script, I think, was like raunchy,
Yeah.
and they wanted it to be like a Porky style sort of thing. And then the director, Dorian Walker, was like, no, I want this to be PG-13 and kind of wholesome. So there's like a lot of weird residual things, and then they thought it was going to be more of a musical than it really was. And some of the things were added
Right.
after the film, like, kind of had initially wrapped. So to top that,
I'm hot, and you're not. But if you want to hang with me,
and then the really awkward love scene between her and Brad.
In the farmhouse, the old farmhouse.
Yeah, that she just like randomly climbed through the woods to get to.
They did it in that scene, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
They don't
They don't explicitly say
Yeah.
that, but it's pretty much implied.
Yes. Yeah, this movie is just sort of like a lot of residual shit patchwork together. And they're like, we're going to make this work really well. And it didn't.
No.
I mean, obviously, people love this movie. We love this movie.
Yeah. Debbie Gibson originally cast to play the
Yes.
part of Louise, the main character.
Yes. And then I think that kind of like fell through negotiations. So they cast Robin Lively. Lively?
Lively.
Is it? Oh.
Sister of Blake Lively.
Okay. As Louise.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Look at that. No.
You're like a dude bro from the early 2000s. With
In a witch hat?
Yeah.
Or Radar from MASH.
Douche witch.
Ooh, no, I don't like that. I don't like a douche witch. No one likes a douche witch.
No one likes a douche witch.
Now you're doing bad British accents.
All my accents are bad.
Keeps going crooked.
I'll have to put some fire crackle sound effects
Yes.
in here throughout.
Yeah. Spooky noises.
Spooky noises, bats,
Hisses.
owls.
Pumpkins.
Sort of noise does a pumpkin make
Exactly.
again? Cut to a jack-o'-lantern.
Don't do that. That's way worse than what I did.
That's exactly what you
No,
did.
that's not exactly what I did. And yours lasted longer. You know, guys, that that receptionist lady from Ferris Bueller's Day Off
Yeah.
doing the Mr. Rooney voice.
Oh. Note to self: download Ferris Bueller again.
Rooney, calm down.
How do you say his name? Dan.
Dan Gauthier.
He's Gauthier. Gautier?
Sure.
Gautier?
Brad.
He's Brad. He's the second most likable person in this movie as far as not being a shitbag.
No, you don't have to.
I know I don't, but I'd like to.
Bradley, she said she's okay. Let's go.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Brad's fine.
He's a good jock.
He's supposed to be like, quintessential jock, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's actually a likable character. Let's see. Mandy Uriber?
Irabur. I don't know.
All right.
I was trying to read your writing, and you're trying to read my writing.
This is not working as per usual.
Here's the
Anyway.
name right here.
Polly.
As Polly.
Yes.
She's the best friend?
The best friend. He's also a douchebag.
Is she?
Louise is a douchebag and Polly's a
Why
douchebag.
is Polly a douchebag?
Because she's gets real shitty, about her friend, I don't know, doing better in life or whatever.
Oh, I see.
She gets super whiny and awful.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Well, she did kind of get ditched.
Louise is also a douchebag.
Yeah.
Louise is the worst douchebag, the Mac Daddy douchebag. Zelda Rubinstein,
Aww.
yeah, as Madame Serena. He's also kind of a douchebag because she's greedy as hell.
She is really greedy, yeah.
But, listen, if I had witch powers, I would also be doing that. I mean, I wouldn't make a man out of a toad.
Say how long I've waited to hear these words. Speak, speak.
To bang.
Toad man.
That, something goes to Frogtown, whatever. That, doesn't speak, he just ribbits.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't feel right banging that. That's just me, though.
It's funny in that scene that the actor visibly says
Ribbit.
ribbit
Yeah,
with a hard B.
I know.
He should have
Instead
just
of-
done or whatever.
Yeah, right with his mouth. Anyway, Well, we're getting so ahead of ourselves, Matt. We're just talking about the people.
We're getting warmed up. Getting all loosey-goosey.
The number one best actor in the whole movie, Joshua John Miller.
Fantastic.
Fucking love this guy.
All you think about is food.
All you think about is Brad, the red hot lover. Brad, the great. Oh, Brad.
You have been reading my...
Yeah.
I mean, he still seems pretty cool, but in this movie, I love him so much. He is like, I don't know, an old drag queen.
Super sassy.
I love the way he talks, and I love everything he does.
You think you're hot stuff because you went to a dance.
Yes!
You think you're hot stuff because you went to a dance. Dream on, nobody wants to date you because you're a dog. A dog! A dog!
So good! You're a dog!
Writer of the fantastic movie Final Girls.
Yes.
Son of Jason Miller, who plays Father Karras, the priest from The Exorcist. Brother of Jason Patrick, Michael from The Lost Boys.
Yeah. I mean, what's not to like?
Yep.
Fucking Richie. You're the tits.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then Lisa Fuller
Yeah.
as Randa, which is a very weird name, I think, but
Yeah. Why not Rhonda? But
I don't know.
we went Randa. Sure.
They want Randa. They want full Randa. So Lisa Fuller and Dan Gauthier, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Brad and Randa.
Brad and Randa, they met on this set.
Yeah.
And they got married.
And they're still married.
They're still
to this
married.
day. That's very sweet.
Yeah, it is sweet. Good for them.
Congratulations, you two.
Yeah. We can talk about numbers,
Yeah.
the sad, sad numbers that occurred.
The beginning of the movie mysteriously opens with Louise.
I mean, like monetary.
Oh, okay.
How much? Because we said it earlier, but I think we were still warming up, and that's just throwaway garbage.
A budget of $2.5 million.
Yes.
Yeah. It made in its opening week, not just its opening weekend
Or day.
or opening night, but the first week in the theaters it made $3,000, $875. I said that weird. $3,875.
I know numbers. Listen to me. I'll tell you all the numbers you want.
I speak very human words.
Especially when it comes to numbers. All right. And then its entire run in the box
Entire
office.
theatrical run, $27,843. That is abysmal.
Poop.
Everybody lost their shirt on this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it became a cult classic because cable kept playing it.
Yeah.
And then I think it was aired in a bunch of late night
And
theater kind of.
yeah, teen girls genuinely love this movie. My sister really loved this movie when it came out. I remember watching it with her in the 80s.
Yeah, didn't she? Was this the one that she rented all the time?
No, that was a movie called Hunk.
Oh, we have that movie.
We do have that movie on VHS, and we really need to do it because that movie is bonkers.
Yeah, this girl is supposedly a huge nerd,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I mean, she dresses like a bag lady.
Yeah, it's your classic makeover movie, really.
Yeah, I mean, this is a teenage girl fever dream, for sure. Every teenage girl who wasn't popular probably had weird fantasies like this.
Yeah.
I know I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, your brain really sucks as a teenager, and it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't work right, and
it never gets better.
You're kind of a jackass. I think it gets better. You're especially shitty as a teenager.
Yeah.
You can't escape it, man. You
It's
gotta
true.
deal with that and go through it,
You have really ridiculous fantasies.
So I feel like this is kind of part of that. All the things that she desires are just these shitty things that don't really matter.
Right.
Namely, Brad.
Dancing on top of a city roof with Brad on a windy night.
Yeah, that's how the movie, that's her dream.
Yeah.
And, she wakes up to her brother eating an entire chocolate cake under her bed. Which is amazing. It's just Mom would have caught me otherwise. So I come in here to eat cake under your bed.
Why not? This is where I come to eat cake.
That's normal. Yeah, I totally eat cakes under beds too. I get it.
Yeah.
Shame cake.
I mean, all cake is shame cake, really.
That's true. You don't need that shit to survive. All right. So, yeah, it's established she's got the hots for Brad.
Brad.
Love that Brad.
Love that, Brad.
And her life's not bad. Like,
No,
she definitely plays it up like her life is this fucking terrible thing.
She lives in like a 40,000 square foot mansion.
Mm-hmm. 40,000 square foot. It's a big old house.
Yeah. In California.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, who cares? I don't think they mention a town or anything because that's not what this movie's about.
Yeah.
This movie's about a selfish teenager.
Learning how to not be selfish, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's self-aware.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so they establish that her and Polly are not popular. They're best friends. They're these frumpy girls. And she lives right across the street from the very
popular girl.
Randa.
Randa.
And always sees Brad.
Yeah. I gotta say, I think Louise and Polly dressed better as nerds. Than when they get, or when she gets popular.
Yeah, because that was like 80s fashion and it was absurd.
Right.
I mean, all of it was.
I like the big trench coats they were wearing in that first scene that we meet them.
I mean, you think weird things are hot, though. Like, you think olive oil's hot, so...
Shelley Duvall's gorgeous. Tilda Swinton. Gorgeous.
Well... I'm just saying, you think weird things are, like, attractive, which is fine.
Mads Mikkelsen, you.
That's not weird.
Mads Mikkels, I don't know that guy's name. Mikkelsen?
That's not weird. Everybody thinks he's hot.
I know, but I don't get it.
Whoa!
Now you're getting swallowed. Where did Leah go?
Oh my god! The witch's brew took over. Witch's brew got sassy.
We just can't get this smoke right.
I don't understand. It's pointed in the middle.
Yeah.
Where did I have this? It was working out good. Now I don't know. Okay, stay there. Ooh.
Is that a pumpkin?
Magic. You can have one just going across the stage. I mean, how would you... What does a pumpkin noise make? What noise does a pumpkin make?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Woo woo, apparently.
No, you come up with one. I came up with one. Now you do.
EE.
I hate this. Disappointing.
Yeah. The noise of disappointment.
That's... What? That could be the noise a pumpkin makes. It is just a thing that people take, carve, throw away its innards, and then throw in the trash after it goes rotten.
That's true. Or it gets eaten by deers before Halloween arrives.
Yeah, like his face gets eaten off by deers and squirrels.
Yeah.
So maybe yours is more realistic. Okay, she is like the worst teacher.
Oh yeah, this guy would have been sued.
That's the other
long
theme.
ago. Yeah.
Because the teacher from The Worst Witch is also the worst teacher.
Yeah.
Like, they're just straight up targeting these children. They're like, I don't care for this one, so I'm just going to be horrible to them.
I mean, in The Worst Witch, that teacher is just straight up Professor Snape.
Yes.
Which we'll get to.
We'll get to that. Yeah, so he just, like, targets her, some, like...
Reads a page from her
diary out loud that he finds.
In which she, like, talks about her physical fantasies about Brad, which...
He pressed his lips against mine. Wow. But he didn't stop.
You know, it's time to go to a different school if that happened.
Yeah, what teacher?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be devastating. That'd be like, well, I'm contemplating suicide.
Right.
You know, she's like stalking Brad, sort of hiding behind things and like staring at him.
Oh, Brad.
Yeah.
And Brad's like smiling. He's having like a smile workout where he's like doing push-ups with a big grin on his face.
Yeah, he's Brad's just a pleasant guy. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. We just,
Let me just whip this shirt off right quick and do my sit-ups.
it's for football.
It's for the football.
I don't know. Maybe that's normal shit for football.
And then he senses that somebody's watching him, and she like retreats into the shadows.
Into the shadows, yes. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty normal teenage girl shit.
Yeah.
You're a fucking creep and a psycho.
Yeah.
I don't know what teenage boys are really like in their head. Just, I imagine it's shitty too, but...
I was a pretty late bloomer. I didn't really pay attention to any of that stuff until I was like
sure,
18
man.
or something. I didn't.
18, I mean, that's still a teenager.
Yeah.
Anyway. And look at you now. I don't hate that.
That's my vampire blood-sucking face.
I'm a vampire guy.
Oh. I want to suck blood.
No, you just said it all. Okay, that's like so much better than my pumpkin noise. Okay, we have fun, right?
I wonder if our neighbors can hear us since we're in the garage.
I'm 100% positive they can.
Great.
But they're both 80-something-year-old women.
That's true. They won't be our neighbors for much longer.
Oh my god! Yeah. Okay, so...
Yeah. Moving on.
Yep. No teenage boy that I knew looked like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If they did, I don't know. I probably would have stalked Brad too. But most of them are just like these
Gangly.
fucking things you don't want to have anything to do with.
Mostly made out of knees.
Knees and chins.
Yeah. Just all knees and elbows.
Knees, chins, and elbows.
An Adam's apple.
This thing that just rolls around and like gurgles. All right, retreating into shadows. What happens now? Is this
I
the
like
play?
boys.
Oh, fuck.
Did we skip? It doesn't really matter.
I don't know. So, like, this is one of the things left over from maybe original What They Wanted.
Right.
The musical stuff that is just, oh my god. Like,
right. There have been no hints so far that this might be a musical, but then all of a sudden this musical number breaks out in the girls' locker room.
I like boys. I like boys. I like boys.
yeah, it's just really goofy, corny, bizarre.
Yeah.
And there she is again. Louise is just sort of creeping.
She is. She's just kind of like, she's not really...
She has no, like...
Yeah.
Facial expression?
She's not emoting in the scene. She's just kind of like...
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it so much more awkward. Like, there's a scene or two where she's just, like, looks around the lockers
Yeah.
with no facial expression, and then that's it.
Meanwhile, there's, like,
There's just
girls in their underwear on top of lockers doing choreographed dancing.
dances. Like, it's just nuts. Like, it's super weird. Yeah, it's just goofy, corny,
Yeah.
youngster movie kind of shenanigans.
Right. Definitely stuff that grown-ass people in the 80s thought little kids were going to connect to.
Right. Yeah, I love it when adults are like, this is hip and cool.
Right.
You know, Poochie.
This one's for the kids.
I knew you were going to do that.
Oh, thanks.
You run into everything with these fucking boot things. Dancing number, music number. But anyway, yeah, like, things that I think Matt Groening did it perfectly with Poochie.
Yeah.
In his itchy and scratchy, let's add a cool character to a thing that kids are going to love a lot. And they come up with Poochie and everyone fucking hates it.
In this movie, it's the rap kids.
The rap kids and then this other musical number, which just is like, do children like musicals? I never did.
I hated musicals.
So, I mean, I guess some children like them, but like, it's not a cool thing. I wouldn't say it's a cool thing that kids are like, yes.
Well, a lot of young girls, like the preteen girls, were into Grease. Or maybe they still get into Grease, I don't know, but...
That's true, actually. I had a friend that was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And it was really annoying. Because that's all she wanted to, like, sing and do.
Yeah.
When I say do, I mean watch Grease.
Right. Not reenact Grease.
She would have. I mean,
Yeah.
she could just sit there and tell you word for word everything. And this was like the 90s.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess people do love musicals. I wasn't one of those.
I hated musicals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Still hate musicals for the most part.
yeah, there's a couple that are
Yeah.
good. Only a couple. This I would not classify
No.
as a musical, though.
There's only like 3 songs in this movie.
Yeah.
It's sometimes a musical.
And they're all hilarious.
You're right.
So, yeah, Louise is just sort of like this dumpy, sad girl.
Yeah.
She's into theater,
Yep.
so they have her trying out her role.
For the lead role of,
Who
I don't
cares?
know what play they're doing. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has to, like, do the scene with Brad.
On the same day that the teacher had read her diary page.
Right.
I think I would have just gone home. I might have just left.
I feel like, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think... I at least would have skipped this play bit.
Yeah.
If I knew I was going to be doing that with Brad, I would have been like, maybe not today.
Yeah. Not a good day. See if I recover from this traumatic experience.
Brad seems to be oblivious all the time to all of this shit, though, so there's
That's true.
that.
He's just too nice to say anything.
Do you think that's what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brad's a good dude.
Yeah, we like Brad.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just seems like oblivious to the fact that she likes him or something, which is just so weird because
Yeah.
I don't think you could smack someone over the head more
Right.
with the fact that this person's obsessed with you. So she doesn't get the lead. Some chick named Kiki gets the lead.
Kiki, yeah.
Kiki, what a great name. She gets the lead. So, you know, more sad day for her,
Yeah.
for Louise.
Brad and Kiki will play the lead. And Louise will be the assistant costume mistress.
So I guess Louise is like leaving the school at like midnight or something.
She had to stay and do all them costumes because that was the part she got.
Oh, see, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
She's just the wardrobe.
I'm just assuming, but that's, yeah, she did get the part of costumes.
Okay. You get the part of costumes.
Yeah.
You have to be worn as a
You don't
costume.
get to be in the play, you get to do a lot of work for the play. A lot of thankless work.
Costuming's cool.
Well, yeah.
I'd rather do that shit than act.
But if you're trying for an acting role and then you get just labor, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so she's riding her bike home, and Brad's making out with Randa in his car.
Yeah.
And then almost, like, hits her, runs
And
her
his
off the road.
Mustang 5.0.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he almost hits her, runs her off the road.
Look at the dog.
The fuck is he doing? Seymour just stares at stuff sometimes.
Oh, no, he's looking at us.
God, it's creepy. I don't know how the smoke looks because Seymour's standing in front of our monitor.
I can't see anything. Seymour.
Come here. Over here. Oh, it looks like it mostly went to you again.
I don't... Look at it.
So this is where she meets Madame Serena.
Actually, I just came to use your phone.
Impossible. I never use a phone. Come.
She tries to, like, call home, and she can't.
Yeah.
Payphone's busted.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's, like, starting to get stormy out. So she just goes to this fortune teller lady's house. Who, she was in Poltergeist.
Yep.
And she was also in The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So she's kind of a little person famous.
Yeah.
I love her voice.
Yeah, that's definitely what makes her, all of her roles.
Her sweet voice.
Yeah, her sweet voice. Especially in Poltergeist when she had that, like, southern accent.
Yes. Yeah. So she's trying to, like, you know, get money from Louise, and she's like, I'll give you a discount palm reading.
Yeah.
And she kind of figures out that, oh, Louise is, like, with the really interesting last name of Miller.
Yeah, it should have been, like, Good Wife or something if we're going to go
like,
to...
just a name that was more interesting in general. So, yeah, she's just, like, this ancient witch, I guess.
Hmm.
Basically, on her 16th birthday, which was, what, like, the next day or something?
Yeah.
She was going to start
Getting
seeing
her
these
powers.
powers manifest. So, yeah. That basically happens.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's just like Teen Wolf. She gets popular. Power goes to her head. She's got people hanging out in her front yard with Louise signs at some point.
They're just like chanting how much they love her.
Yeah.
But that was like because, Zoda? Wait, what's her name?
Madame Serena.
Oh, Madame Serena. Zoda's a way better name for a palm reader. I'm just saying. Madame Serena, like, did magic for her to have that happen.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So, I don't know. They, like, start doing magic together, and they're, like, making money and men and...
Yeah, they're making money and men.
And fame and fortune, I guess. As much as a teenage girl can comprehend what those things are.
Oh, yeah. She goes to that concert with that person whose name I don't remember.
Right at you.
Louise, did you have any trouble getting back here?
No.
Well, I'm glad you made it. Look, I want you to have this jacket. I've had it since my first album. It's my lucky jacket. Please?
Okay, sure, Shauna.
Well, she was with Polly.
Yeah.
But she goes to the dance with that nerd boy that almost attacks her.
With the Twilight hair.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when they go to the concert and the...
So the top that bit was also magic.
Yeah.
Because Polly's like, ooh, look at that guy. He's so fine.
I could never go talk to him. I'm too insecure for that.
He's so funky, is what she says,
Yeah.
actually.
And he's doing the stupidest dance I've ever seen.
Yeah. But he also does stuff like that in, like... Ooh, that's better.
That worked out perfectly, yeah.
Must have been that bean I ate.
Simpsons reference.
That's like all I do. Is
Yeah.
That's like the only thing I know. That's all I know how to do, Matt. Yeah, there's like the sex ed bit where he does a like weird dick rap or whatever.
Oh, yeah. A Roger, a schlong, a zipper lizard,
Yeah.
something dong, who knows, yeah.
Really cool stuff that he does, because that's all he does is cool stuff.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what this might represent?
A Roger, a loved one, joystick, dong, zipper lizard, tallywhacker, trouser snake, schlong.
That's enough, Fred. Thank you.
No problem.
Also the villain from
Radical Jack.
Matt's favorite movie of all time.
It's not my favorite movie, but it's like my favorite episode of Riff Tracks, but we really need to talk about Radical Jack at some point.
Yes, and we will.
Yeah.
Because it's super worth it. Yeah, so there's that rap bit.
Supersonic, idiotic, disconnected, not respected. Who would ever really want to go and top that? Such a waste of pretty face.
Rap, I don't know. I guess this was the time when they just had to insert rap bits into everything.
Everything.
Rap bits.
Rap bits.
Ugh.
Yeah, this was definitely the time of embarrassing white rapping. It was in absolutely everything. Celebrities who had no business doing it were doing it.
Because again, they're like, the kids think this is cool.
Right.
So we better do this a lot.
Yeah, and the Super Bowl shuffle was super successful, so...
But, like, I think the first thing that happens is she makes that douchebag kid disappear. That, like, aggressive sex pest nerd.
The nerd who takes her to the dance with the Twilight hair.
Yes.
And he's super, super rapey.
Yeah.
And she makes him disappear, and he never comes back into the movie.
He never comes back again.
It's not explained where he went.
Nope.
Oh, how would you like it if somebody groped you?
I love it, baby. Come on. Hey, I got an idea. Let's do it while we're moving.
Vince, stop it! Hey, Vince, knock it off!
Give me one kiss and I'll be nice.
I wish you would just leave me alone!
He's the cousin of Randa. She never mentions it.
Yeah, like, she set them up.
This boy is just gone.
I mean...
She spelled him out of existence.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's okay. I mean, he seemed pretty terrible anyway, so... But that's like the first thing that happens, and slowly other small things happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, they never explain that. Like, he never comes back. And then no one misses him, so it doesn't matter.
Right. I don't know. It's just like one of those bad movies that has endured the test of time.
It's just a pleasant movie to watch.
Yeah.
And it's really entertaining. And you get to see 80s fashions.
Right.
And hear ridiculous songs.
Yeah.
So, I guess, like, the end of it was she goes to the dance. Well, she decides to, like, undo all the things that she had done. So she undoes all the spells, I guess.
Yeah. She undoes them.
Undoes them. Damn it! Yeah, I totally meant to do that, man. Yeah, she undoes the spells.
Yeah.
I speak no. Good.
That's true. I cannot disagree.
So yeah, Teen Witch, it's great.
It is. It's just a solid watch. You
Obviously
can't
would
go wrong.
highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Halloween. I'm not gonna do a witch cackle because I don't do voices.
Yeah, it's cool.
I want to kill myself.
Yeah. My voices are terrible, but
Yeah, but you're a better sport. I'm not a good sport.
that's fair.
If I sucked at it, I would be sad, and then I'd be like,
I quit. I'm going home.
yeah. I'd push everything over.
Yeah. Break all of our shit.
Maybe this is why no one watches us, because I'm just abhorrent.
I don't think so. You hide that part really well in the show.
Oh, wow. That's fine. I don't mind. Oh.
Uh-huh.
So, phase 2 of Halloween.
Yeah.
The witch trial.
Yeah, sure. It works. Which witch? The worst witch.
Number 2.
Yes.
Number 2 witch movie we did today.
Mm-hmm.
How much can a young girl take?
I am dressed as a witch. I
That
got
you are.
all festive.
Yes.
So 1986 is when this movie was made.
Yeah.
For
Network British television.
yes.
Yeah.
This was directed by Robert W. Young, some Britishman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He's done stuff.
Probably. I'll put...
Wooster and Jeeves.
Oh, right. Wooster and Jeeves is a great show.
Yeah.
Based off of the P.G. Wodehouse
Yes.
books.
Fairuza Balk somehow stars in this. I do not know why. I could not find any more information about it.
Yeah.
But this was all filmed in the UK. And I don't know...
Where she's from?
No, she's American. I just don't know why she was the lead in it. Like, why not just have a British actor as a lead?
That's true.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Charlotte Rae.
Facts of Life.
Facts of Life. Plays 2 characters in this. Miss Cackle and Agatha.
Yes, the headmistress of the school.
And then her evil
and her
sister.
Evil twin sister.
Yes. And then Tim Curry is the Grand Vizard.
That's clearly a W.
I know, but it wasn't before.
Yep.
Of course. Okay, so I wanted to know, like, the order of things for Tim Curry.
Yeah.
So Rocky Horror was in 1975. Annie was in 1982. Clue was in 1985. And Legend was in 1985. And then this fucking movie.
86.
86.
Yeah.
Anything can happen on Halloween.
But the point is he had been in these, like,
Big movies.
massive movies.
He's
I mean,
pretty much a household name at this point, right?
yeah, like he wasn't a...
I don't know how successful Rocky Horror was when it came out,
Right.
but by this time in the 80s, I think it was already a cult classic.
Yeah, that gave it some time to at least start turning into one, I guess. But, like, I don't know.
Clue was a big success, or at least I knew about it when I was a kid, so therefore it was a big success.
I was a huge fan of Clue.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just always thought that Tim Curry was, like, a huge star.
Yeah.
And so when we found this movie some years ago, because neither of us watched this as children.
I watched this as a kid.
Oh, you did?
I did, because I remember, I didn't remember it being Tim Curry, but I was super into Dracula when I was a kid, and still kind of am. And so, when he shows up with, like, the cape and all of that, I was like, wow, this movie's cool.
How old do you think you were?
Oh, I was super young. I mean, 86 or 87, I was 8 or 9.
I mean, that's like when you saw it, though. When it came out, it wasn't like...
Yeah, I was definitely still under 10.
Right. Well, I saw this movie as an adult, so I never knew it existed until forever later. And I don't even know how we found this movie, because you did not remember anything about this movie. I think we just randomly watched it.
I think the clip of Anything Can Happen on Halloween started going around YouTube.
Is that what happened?
At some point, like 2015 or something. Probably before then, but we stumbled upon it around 2015, because we were living in Portland still.
Okay. You remember these things better than I can. Yeah. I'm not good at that. When was he in It? He was in It?
1990.
90. Okay. But anyway, that was like the order of things.
Yeah.
And of course, like, he's done so many voice acting jobs, it's ridiculous. Like, that's mostly what he's done. We obviously love him so much.
He's in our favorite episode of Psych.
Yes.
And
he was in that,
the Discworld.
Hogfather? Was it the Hogfather?
It was The Color of Magic.
Color of Magic. I'm looking for a book.
I'm looking for a book.
We just say, like, these dumb quotes that we've heard him say in movies.
Yeah.
Really random little bits, just the way he speaks, that obviously everybody loves.
Yeah.
And I mean, just what's not to like?
It's Tim Curry.
Tim fucking Curry, man.
Fucking legend.
So, yeah, he's in this movie. Poor guy. Did what he could with what he had, I think.
Yeah.
You can tell he probably only spent a day on set to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a huge part that he had. I could not find a lot about this. Obviously, it was just for network TV, so it wasn't a high budget, high production kind of thing. What little I could find was that the girls hated the costumes. The hats are confusing.
They're strange hats. I kind of like the green line capes. I thought those were pretty cool.
But yeah, I mean, you can tell it's low budget, but it is like such a knockoff.
Yeah. Of Are we going Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing.
That's like the thing you wanted to talk about.
This is before Harry Potter, so.
Right.
J.K. Rowling always says, like, it just came to her. But if you watch this movie, you'll know that it just came to her shortly after watching The Worst Witch, because there are so many parallels to both plot and aesthetic.
Yeah.
I suppose it's going to be true for any story that takes place in, like, a school of magic, especially one in England.
But, like, there's just a lot of parallels with the teachers and sort of, like, the sorts of things that go on in this school.
The villain wants to take over the school.
Yeah.
Now's the time to execute the plan.
What plan, mistress?
Well, they've got one plan, dingbat.
Oh, the takeover of the school plan.
Yeah.
I mean, this is campy nonsense.
Right.
It's real silly, which is great. I mean, this is a really fun movie. Your hair is like Christopher Walken Elvis hair. And Liberace.
Although it's always lonely down in Heartbreak Hotel.
Nice. I'm busting out the walking a little bit.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Can you see?
Yeah. I can see.
All right. So that pretty much sums up the cast. Basically, it's just about this little girl in witch school
she is the titular worst witch.
And she's terrible at stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Even though, like, her best friend that she hangs out with all the time is literally doing the same shit.
Right.
Or the cause of problems.
Echoes is pink. Ours is green.
Yeah. And, like, they mess up their spell. They're in their potions class. They're supposed to make a potion that makes you laugh, which is just LSD, by the way. But they accidentally make an invisibility potion. I think that is cool.
Yeah.
If I was that teacher, I would have been like, oh.
Impressive.
Yeah.
That's actually a way more useful thing than a laughing potion.
Right.
They actually allude to this at some point, which they say, like, some character's back on the laughing potion or something.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're just making straight up drugs in this school, but whatever.
Yeah. It wasn't really a school of magic, was it?
Yeah, right. Fucking weird little pharmacist school. Everyone's just, like, tripping all the time.
Yeah.
And they think they're witches or something. So, yeah, she's just, like, fucking stuff up, I guess. And that's, like, the first thing she messes up.
Yeah.
Is this potion in their potions class. And this teacher, Miss Hardbroom, like, hates her.
For no reason.
She straight up hates this little girl.
That's very good. Who's that? Oh, Mildred Hubble. 4.
And it's kind of really sad.
It is. At least in Harry Potter, they have some reasons they might hate a kid, you know.
They have legitimate reasons to hate children, and
they're poor or they're not of pure blood or whatever. You know, there's like all these prejudices built into the Harry Potter universe.
Is just not.
This is just this teacher is just like, fuck that kid.
Yeah, I don't like the look of that kid, and I'm going to treat her terribly. And that's pretty much that. So she kind of just does. And I guess this girl is just like, man, I just wish I wasn't so horrible all the time.
Yeah. I would be getting out of that school too, because, I mean, the kids aren't on your side, the teachers aren't on your side.
Right.
Even the headmistress, Miss Cackle, like, she doesn't really stand up for her in any way.
No. It's just kind of like
she's not an active participant in the abuse, but she's also just, like, letting it happen.
Yes.
Yeah. I do try, Miss Cackle. It's just that everything always goes wrong.
I understand. But it's your first year here, and you've got to apply yourself better.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to watch at times.
Yeah.
So, like, but now they kind of, like, do the subplot thing of, Agatha?
Yeah.
Wanting to take the school over.
We meet Agatha and her unnamed accomplice, who's always with her.
Yeah. Well, she has, like, this whole troop of other witches, I guess,
Yeah.
and they just hang out in the woods all day, and...
Their costumes are cool.
Hi. I don't know. It's a Seymour. Seymour. Look over here. Look over here. There he is.
Puppy
Just
guy.
want more of this. There he goes. Oh. So, yeah, they create this subplot of Agatha wants to take the school over and turn all the witches into evil witches, I guess. That's, like, her goal.
Right. Sound familiar?
Yeah. But they don't really, like... You kind of forget about her quite a few times.
They don't go to her very often.
No.
And for a lot of the movie, her and her other evil witches are just, like, getting drunk and singing songs around this cauldron.
Well,
in the
we
woods.
assume they're getting drunk, but yeah.
So if you feel smelly, evil, wicked, and cruel, you'll be right at home in my little school. Come on, everybody, sing!
This is like another movie that's kind of a musical because there's just a few musical numbers, but
And,
not very
yeah,
many.
They pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah. Like they hand the cats out. Apparently, if you're a witch, you have to get a black cat.
Right. Which
Seymour.
she gets, like, a gray cat.
Yeah.
Who makes the best sounds
Yes.
in the world.
Are you all right, Tommy? Stop! Whoa! Don't panic, Tommy. Witchy Brew, what's the matter?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously just some person
Yeah.
making cat noises, but it's meow meow. It's really satisfying.
Meow.
I don't know. We laugh quite a bit at the cat sounds in this.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. Oh, really? That's not very comfortable. Okay. Seymour's just gonna hang out down there, I guess.
Yeah.
And they talk about the Grand Wizard coming to visit them on Halloween, and that's like the big deal. It's really kind of
not Slick Rick. It's Tim Curry.
Yeah. It's kind of like uncomfortable because they all have like a huge crush on him. Like they hang like pictures of him in their lockers and like.
And it's Tim Curry.
Yeah, and then there's this like really, really bad painting in their main hall.
It looks nothing like Tim Curry.
No, it looks like Lieutenant Dan.
Gary Sinise.
Yeah.
That's what that painting actually reminds me of, the cardboard cutout that Tracy Ullman's character in Robin Hood Men in Tights keeps of the sheriff of Rottingham.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, the established rivals.
Yeah.
This didn't really make a lot of sense to me because like maybe it's just been so long since I've been a kid that I forget how shitty it actually is.
Yeah.
But like I guess she was the most popular girl.
Yeah, she was a popular girl.
She was like the head of class or whatever, and like the teacher.
She was a real shitbag.
Loved her a lot.
Yeah.
And she was always so like this girl was just like targeting Mildred and being awful to her, basically.
That's what kids do.
Yeah,
kids fucking suck.
They're horrible. So glad we have a dog instead.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have that. So like she's always just like trying to set her up and like wreck her life.
Yeah.
And I like at some point Mildred has enough and turns her into a pig.
Hallow will disappear. The crow can swim in the yonder bog. Ethel Hallow is now a fraud. It was. Oh, not quite. Look.
Yeah, she feels really bad about it. She was trying to turn her into a toad.
I turned her into that thing from Weird Science.
The Bill Paxton.
Yeah, the brother. That's what I would. If I could turn someone into something, that's what it would be.
Yeah.
Be like, fuck you! I'm gonna turn you into this like
this farting,
festering,
flesh wad
volcano of fluids.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I really wish I had that power. I'd be doing it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, for as mean as that little girl is, that pig is way too cute.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just a little piglet.
You get a little piglet.
But yeah, she like fails turning her into a toad and makes her a piglet instead.
Yeah.
So she has like some power, and like I think the teacher is even like, "Oh wow, you did this."
Yeah.
Like surprised, and she's like, "Turn her back." She's like, "I can't." She's like, "Well, you are a loser."
Typical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, God. I should say also like this is an adaptation from a really popular book
By Jill Murphy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we say that?
No, but it's written on the board.
Nah, I missed it. I can't read any of this shit. So I guess like the main plot of this movie is they're anticipating the Grand Master Wizard, whatever the fuck.
The Grand Wizard's arrival for Halloween.
Yes.
And he's like the head honcho of all magic. So it's a big deal for him to be visiting their school.
Yeah, so not only does every girl have a crush on him,
Yeah.
he's King Magic or whatever.
Yeah. He's King Magic.
I'm Rainbow fucking Randolph! Oh man. So I guess, yeah, there's the broom, the flying
school class. Yeah.
But they had to like have the cats balance on the brooms. That was like the best of the cat noises.
Mildred just keeps her in like a
satchel.
Satch. Yeah. A satchel with a satch. What the fuck is a satch?
Get in the satch.
Get in this satch, little boy.
Seymour Hannity left. Seymour, we're gonna put you in the satch.
Get in the satch.
Oh.
Oh, Seymour. Come here. Come here, Seymour.
We'll never put you in the satch. Don't worry.
I don't understand why the broom class is supervised by this one lady who's in like an aviator costume, but then their exams are graded by Mrs. Hardbroom.
I don't either. I kind of read about that, and someone was like, yeah, what the hell is that all about?
Yeah.
I guess Mrs. Hardbroom was the flying teacher.
Yeah.
And
well, who the fuck was the other lady?
I don't know. Well, she was supposed to be, but the movie's a piece of shit, so they fucked it up.
Yeah.
That's why it happened that way.
I see. It was just an excuse for Mrs. Hardbroom to once again go like, oh, that person's doing really well. Who's that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. She was flying really well, and then Mrs. Hardbroom was like, number 4, or whatever.
Yeah, she gets a 4 out of 10.
Yes, because she found out who it was, which is just so fucked up. I hate shitty teachers.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't have any teachers that were that bad.
I had some pretty bad teachers. Mrs. Sharp, 2nd grade. What a bitch.
Yeah. I had, Mrs. Fuller in 5th grade. She really hated me, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I had some teachers like, so it happens.
Yeah, it does.
So, like, these movies were triggering.
I mean, to be fair, I was probably a little asshole.
I was not a little asshole.
Because all kids are little assholes.
Oh, okay. I mean, you weren't any more a little asshole more than anyone else was a little asshole.
Probably
is the
not.
point.
Yeah.
All right. Teachers suck. School's the worst. That's why we're such winners now.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. We are... Okay, well, they do this, like, really weird thing in this movie that isn't, like, integral to anything, which is terror tag.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hated it so much.
Oh, it's just a bunch of little girls screaming.
That's what the point of it was.
Yeah.
Is to make the other opposing side scream by scaring them. And it sucked.
Yeah.
It just sucked.
What's her name? The villain, Ethel. She cheats by wearing a mask. Is that her name? Ethel Hallow or something?
I don't know. I feel like I wrote it down at some point, but I don't... Yeah, Ethel.
Yeah.
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 But the worst mask ever.
It's a dumb mask, yeah.
Like, that wouldn't scare anything. At all. It's just, it doesn't look like anything.
I don't know. When I was, like, 6 or 7, my aunt's boyfriend put on, like, a mask of it was just like some bald guy, and it terrified me. I like ran screaming away from it.
Some bald guy?
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I guess you're scared of everything when you're a kid, because you haven't seen anything yet.
When my family first moved to Florida, and I was like 3, we're in our new house. It's like the first day that we're there. My sister and I are like laying on the living room floor, like coloring.
Mm-hmm.
And my Uncle Jeff decides to surprise us by coming over dressed as the Easter Bunny. And he like walks into the room, and like we're both just terrified. It was like
Did
a
you
scary
scream and everything?
Oh yeah. And it like I have this clear memory because he couldn't see where he was walking, so he's like stepping on our crayons in the coloring books and shit.
Oh man, wish I could have been there.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, I can't give you any examples of what I was afraid of masks.
Yeah.
I was afraid of the luck dragon.
In the Neverending Story,
Yeah.
Falcor?
Yeah.
Man.
I was so scared of him that I puked on my mom's shoulder.
Nice. At the movie theater?
No, we were watching it at home. I just have a really vivid memory of seeing it and being like, what the fuck is that thing? I can't handle this.
I gotta get this food out of my body now.
I don't know. I cried so hard that I puked.
Man, I
So-
love Falcor when I was a kid.
I guess you're just a dumb little asshole when you're a kid. You're just scared of everything and
Yeah.
nothing makes sense. Anyway,
to get back on track,
yeah.
next is the musical number by Tim Curry.
Well, yeah, so they like get chosen
To do the
put on some sort of
yeah.
flying
synchronized flying display. Yeah. They're like the Blue Devils.
Yeah, yeah. And Mildred gets chosen, much to the teacher's chagrin.
Yeah.
I mean, she like chooses her, and she's like, "Don't fuck it up."
Yeah.
And that's when Ethel
lends her a cursed broom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So of course it gets fucked up. But Tim Curry comes flying in like this big wad of stuff.
He's got like a 40-foot cape on.
I mean, like, you don't know what you're looking at because not only are the effects
super bad.
So bad, like it's so low budget, but then on top of it, it's like, you know, the 80s.
Yeah.
So they're bad because of the time.
Shot like on video, I think, this movie.
Yeah. Does he do the music number before they fly?
Yeah. So he like comes up over the castle. They're all outside on the field, and I mean, it must have been even more indistinguishable on those old TVs. You know, people must have been like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah. You really can't tell what it is. I mean, it is like
it's just like this amorphous blob that appears.
Yeah,
off of the horizon.
And it's supposed to look like a flying man, I guess, but it does not.
That's a flying man!
It does not look like a flying man. It just looks like some wad of junk floating around.
Yeah. He lands and he gives a little speech, which he concludes by saying, "And remember..."
Can we show it?
I don't care. We'll try.
Oh my god, you guys! I mean, if you haven't seen it,
yeah,
please look it up. Anything can happen on Halloween. It's the worst of everything.
The way he's like looking to one side where they put up a cheesy graphic on the blue screen,
oh, man.
and then he turns and looks to the other side, and then there's the lyric. Has anybody seen my tambourine?
Like,
that he whips out from his cloak.
It's so good.
Could turn into a queen. Has anybody seen my tambourine? I may start playing big in the beginning.
It's like the only reason to watch this movie, really.
It's definitely the reason that anybody learns about this movie.
Yes.
And then watches it. They had it up on Netflix for a little while because they made like a show, I think. They did a reboot.
Which we haven't watched, and we probably won't, because there's no reason to watch anything other than this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you're not into this sort of thing.
Yeah.
This is pretty much...
I mean, it's children's programming when we don't have any kids, so...
Yeah.
We don't watch a whole lot of kids' shows.
No, we don't. He tried to do the best he could.
Yeah.
With what he had, because the lyrics were nonsense. They sounded like they were written by a 2-year-old.
Yes.
Anything can happen on Halloween. Your dog could turn into a cat. There may be a toad in your bass guitar, or your sister could turn into a bat.
Your sister could turn into a cat. Your teacher could turn into a bat.
Just bad rhyming, everything. And he did the best he could.
Yeah.
And it was like lovable because he's lovable, and
right.
But it's super funny, and
oh man, it's the best.
You really got to see it. It's so good.
Yeah.
So after that, they do like the flying thing, and Mildred fucks it up.
Yeah. Well, Ethel has put the spell on the broom,
right?
So when she says "go faster," it goes faster.
Yeah, and then she like knocks everyone out of the sky.
All these kids fall. Apparently not to their death, but they fall from great heights.
Yes. I guess they're fine or something. So the headmistress is like furious, and they're so embarrassed, and Tim Curry is just sort of like,
I've got a split. I've got another gig.
but we've prepared a wonderful... Well, that was awful. I'm gonna go.
I got somewhere else to be.
Yeah.
And they're like, but we have more stuff planned. And he's like, nope.
I can't
I'm
stay.
gone.
And he leaves. So I assume he was only there for like a day.
Right.
And then he's like, all right, we're good.
You got it, right? Okay.
Got a paycheck, I guess, from this. And it was glorious, and I'm so glad it happened.
Yeah.
So the little girl is like all distraught, and she decides to run away, so she does. And that's when she finds all these drunk witches in the woods.
Yeah, right. Talking loudly about their plans to overthrow the school.
Like all villains, and just talking loudly about it.
Yeah. She turns them all into snails. Her spell works.
Mm-hmm.
She brings them back to the school. She's like, hey, look at these fuckers.
Look at these snails.
Look at these snails. And there the movie ends. Mildred has saved the day.
She saved the day.
And she's no longer the worst witch.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably her friend now.
That's okay, because that girl should get some credit for fucking shit up too, and she never does, and it's terrible.
I agree.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
This is a short movie.
Yeah, it was only an hour. It was just a TV special for Halloween.
I suppose I would recommend it.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
It's funny to watch all of the Harry Potter parallels.
Yeah, I mean, you pointed that out before.
Yeah.
I don't know if she really was inspired in any way by it, but I'd like to think she was.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's some other text that they're both drawing from that I'm not aware of.
I don't know.
Yeah.
In the Britons.
In the Britons.
Yeah.
You know how they do.
They love magical schools in the Britons.
Firuza Balk. Super cute little kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did a good job.
Yeah.
Again,
her accent comes and goes.
Oh, right, the accent.
Yep. See ya.
I would give this movie a 7 out of 10 headphones.
Yeah.
And the last movie, Teen Witch, a 10 out of 10 headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know what the fuck we're talking about, and you want to know what we're talking about, you should watch our other Halloween movie review.
Halloween Hero.
Yeah.
Our previous episode. Yeah, I would definitely give both of these movies, they're good. They're 8 headphones out of 10.
Both of them?
I give them both 8, yeah.
Wow. Like combined or each?
Each.
Wow. Teen Witch is better than that.
You think so?
I do.
I think they're both about the same. Teen Witch is rewatchable.
Yeah, this one is not as much.
No. Every 5 years or so you can watch The Worst Witch.
Yeah.
Teen Witch is something you could watch once a year, probably.
But, I mean, Teen Witch, it's pretty much enjoyable in every scene. There's something, like, either fucked up or amusing happening. The Worst Witch is sort of like, eh.
Right.
There's a few things. The cat noises and the song.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I got.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's another successful, non-successful Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. We hope it's a good one. Please like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah.
All that YouTube stuff.
Yeah, if you like what we do, you should let us know. And if you don't like what we do, then fuck you.
Yeah. Don't let us know, because we don't care.
Yeah, we like what we do.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Bye.
See ya. Oh.